In today's episode, I'm showing you 5 DIY projects you can create using Dollar Tree's new decorative wood frames. I hope you enjoy! For this project, I'm using one of Dollar Tree's round mirrors. It has 3 screws as well as a little D-ring on the back. I'm going to remove those, set them to the side so that I can put this back together when I'm finished. I need to be able to take these pieces apart. I'm going to set the backing to the side for right now, remove the mirror and set that to the side, and just work on the frame just to begin with. I'm using a dark chocolate brown folk art acrylic paint. The color is coffee bean. You could spray paint this frame, but I kind of want to give mine more of a wood grain look. So I'm going to apply just one good coat of that coffee bean color, use my hairdryer to dry that, and then I'm using Folk Art's color Country Twill, as well as a dry brush. This one came from Dollar Tree. It has long brushes on it. I'm just going to dab that into the paint, wipe most of it off. A little bit goes a really long way. Just brushing that around the frame. Then I'll let that first coat of the Country Twill dry, and I'm going to apply a second coat. You want to have some of the brown come through, and this brush is going to create streaks to give it that faux wood grain look. And this is how mine is looking so far. Now once that paint dries, because I did not sand or scuff up the frame and I didn't spray paint it, I need to seal this acrylic paint to make sure it doesn't chip off of this plastic frame. To do that, I'm going to add a layer of matte Mod Podge. I chose matte because I want it to look like a real piece of wood. So once I have that thin layer on there, I'll set it to the side and let it dry. Now I'm going to work on the mirror. I want to leave the front alone in case I ever want to use the mirror again. So I'm going to paint the back side of it. I'm painting mine with a chalk paint in the color Sage Shadow, but you paint yours whatever color you like. I just love green. This is going to be a backdrop color, and it's going to take a couple of coats. Once dry, you may want to add a coat of Mod Podge just to make sure your paint doesn't chip off. I'm using this beautiful wooden decorative frame from Dollar Tree. I'm going to apply 2 coats of white paint using a sponge dauber. It just makes the application process very easy to glide it over. I'm also going to make sure that I get the inside rim as well as touch up some of the outside edges. Now that the paint is dry, I'm going to place the painted mirror inside the frame, put the backing back on, and then put the 3 screws that came with it as well as the hanger at the very top. I'm going to attach the wooden decorative frame right to the center of the painted mirror. I'm going to do that using some super glue. Now the wooden frame is a little bit larger than the actual frame for our mirror, so the only place that's really going to touch is the center portion of that decorative frame. And I also have a ruler at the top to show me exactly where the hanger is on the back, so I'll know how to place the design of the decorative frame right on top of the mirror. I'm going to firmly press that down and give that glue a few minutes to set up. We're not finished yet. We're going to take this beautiful medallion tassel from Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the tassels from the back as well as the staples. I'm going to use my heavy duty staple lifter to very easily just pull those up. And sometimes with these medallions, you have to pay attention to some of the cutouts. They don't push all the way through. So I like to take like a Cricut tool and just kind of clean those edges up and push any of those areas out. Then I can take some super glue and attach it to the back of the medallion, and I'm going to place that right in the center of the wooden decorative frame. For this project, I want to show you a different way that you could use this round wood decorative frame from Dollar Tree, but using some similar materials as we did in the first project. I'm going to paint the entire front, inside, outside, including the back of this one, using some black acrylic paint and allow that to dry. I'm also using one of Dollar Tree's glass vases. It holds the Dollar Tree LED pillar candle perfectly. It is the perfect width to hold this. I know some of the larger pillar candles will not fit in there. We're going to use another one of Dollar Tree's mirrors and just set the decorative frame right on top of it, and then you can add your LED candle or even a vase with some beautiful flowers in it. For this project, I'm using one of their more rectangular wood decorative frames, and I'm going to stain mine with a watered down antique wax mixture. It just gives it a really beautiful light finish. I'm going to do one section at a time, flip that over and do the back side because it is pretty runny. That way I can take a dry paper towel and go over both of those to blend it out and make sure I don't have any runs. I'll continue to do that one section at a time until I have this whole piece painted, and then I'll set it to the side and let it dry. I'm using one of Dollar Tree's wooden crates with the handles on the side. This one measures about 5.5 inches by 2 3/8 of an inch. I'm going to use that same mixture. I like to start on the inside and work my way out to the outside. I also like to make sure that I get the inside edge of each of those handles as well as the top rim. And I love that this mixture is a little bit runny because I can easily get down in all of the grooves on the entire outside of the crate. I'm going to paint this entire piece, including the bottom, dab any excess off with a dry paper towel, and allow the crate to thoroughly dry. Using some of Dollar Tree's floral foam, I'm going to cut down 1.5 pieces to fit inside of the crate, and then using our decorative frame, we're going to be attaching this to the back side of the crate. You kind of want to pay attention to your design. I'm going to put those longer points on the side. To attach the two, I'm going to add some hot glue just to those top wood pieces and then a little bit down at the bottom. Our frame is not going to go to the bottom of the crate. We just want it level right there where the bottom of the opening of the frame is. It's going to look something like this, and on the back side, see, the bottom point is not going all the way to the bottom of the crate. And it's also really pretty on the back side too. Now, to fill this up, you can fill it up with any of your favorite flowers. I'm going to put a nice long stem of these mini white flowers off to one side and then add some lavender all throughout. Now, I am going to leave that front corner open. I want to add something else to that. But first, I'm going to cover up all of that floral foam using some Spanish moss. And then I noticed that on the side, you could see the floral foam through the handles of the crate. So I kind of pushed that in a little bit with my finger, added some hot glue, and placed some of that Spanish moss to make it look like it's kind of flowing out of the handle. I did that on both sides. For the front corner, I'm going to place this mini bird's nest that I found at Hobby Lobby with some eggs that I made out of air dry clay. For this project, we're going to use a different style decorative frame and a piece of cardboard. I didn't have a piece of wood large enough to fit behind it, so that's why I'm using cardboard. I'm going to trace the inside of the frame and then use a ruler to measure about 1/4 inch on the outside of the marks that I made, so that our cardboard will be large enough to fit behind the frame and we'll have a place to glue it. I'm going to cut that out using my utility knife. So it should fit behind your frame somewhat like this. We're going to set the cardboard to the side for right now and paint the frame. I'm painting mine with a black acrylic paint using a sponge dauber, and I am going to make sure to get both sides as well as the inside edge and the outside edge. I'm using one tumbling tower piece from Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint all sides of that with the black paint. Now that the paint is dry, I'm going to take some gold leaf rub and buff, and a little bit goes a long way. You don't need to use a lot of this. I'm going to dab my finger in there and go around the edges of the frame, around the decorative portions of it, and then I'm just going to put just a tiny bit on my finger, but just gently rub over all of the areas on the front and the back of the frame. So mine is looking somewhat like this. Then I'm also going to go ahead and do all of the edges on the tumbling tower piece. While I have that gold leaf rub and buff out, I'm going to use this candlestick from Dollar Tree. This one measures about 6.5 inches tall, and I'm going to take that rub and buff and go over this entire piece. Now that the rub and buff is dry, I'm going to take that tumbling tower piece and apply some super glue to the sides of it so that I can glue this inside of the candlestick. Once I place that in the center, I am going to take some more super glue just to put right there at the edges, just to make sure that it stays in place and it's very secure. And the super glue does not take too long to set up. I will be using a piece of this gorgeous peel and stick wallpaper from Dollar Tree. I'm going to place that piece of cardboard over the design that I want. Now I do want to be able to wrap this entire piece of cardboard, so I am going to cut it down a little bit longer on the sides. I'm using my Cricut paper vinyl cutter. I'm just going to hold that cardboard up where I have just enough hanging off of the top and the bottom. And then I could start peeling some of the paper back, not all of it. Place that over the cardboard, but still have some of it sticking out. So when I flip it over, it's going to look a little bit like this, so we can wrap all of the edges. Then press that down and pull the paper until it covers the cardboard, but leave the paper on there for right now. Then I'll cut the corners at an angle so that I'll be able to fold that end piece over, because I don't want any of the cardboard to be exposed. Once I press that down, then I can cut the little edges off of the corners on each side. I know you really can't see what I'm doing right here, but it's just to get those little corner pieces off so that I can start on the other end and fold that side up. Once I get that pressed down, I can flip it over and do the exact same thing on the other side. As you can see here, it just cuts a tiny little triangle out. Then when you fold that edge over, you have nice clean corners. Then I can pull the rest of the backing off, press it down to the cardboard, make sure it's nice and smoothed out with no wrinkles, and if there's any excess paper, I'll just trim that off with my scissors. Now it has nice clean edges and you can't see any of the cardboard. We're going to take that decorative frame and we're going to be placing some super glue so that we'll be able to attach this to the back side of the frame. I'm using a brush to apply the super glue. It just helps me to have better placement so I don't have any glue oozing out. Then I can place that on the back side and just hold it in place for maybe a minute or two and let that glue set up. Now I can get the candlestick with the tumbling tower piece in it. I'm going to place some super glue at the bottom of the frame and attach that to the tumbling tower piece. And I think this piece turned out absolutely gorgeous, but I would love to know what you guys think. For this project, in addition to the decorative wood frame, you'll need 2 wooden dowels, which you can find at Dollar Tree. We're going to hold that from one corner to the other, make a mark with a pencil, and using my handheld miter shears, cut that down. Then use some super glue to apply to each of the corners and set that dowel in place. Then take the second dowel and run it in the opposite corners, holding that to make a mark so I can cut that down, and then also making a mark in the center so I'll know where to place the super glue. in the center as well as the corners. Now this is not going to sit flat, so you will kind of have to bend it a bit. So what I did was take some clamps and clamp it in each corner to hold it down firmly until that super glue sets up. I left the clamps on there for about 30 minutes and this really held up well. It's nice and sturdy. Now you could paint it or stain it the color of your choice. I'm using that watered down antique wax mixture. I'm going to paint the entire piece including the dowels and the back. Then I'll just go over it with a dry paper towel and allow it to thoroughly dry. I'm using another medallion from Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the twine and beads from the back as well as those two little staples. Now this is not going to sit completely flush on our frame because one dowel sticks up higher than the other. It's going to kind of weeble wobble. So to fix that, I'm going to cut just a regular craft stick, one that you can find at Dollar Tree. I started off with 2 pieces. I'm going to hot glue those in the opposite corner of where the other dowel sticks up. And that was still not even enough. It was still going to be weeble wobbly, so I cut 2 more pieces and glued one on each of those. Then I placed some super glue on top of the craft sticks that I just cut, as well as the 2 opposite corners and the middle. So then once I push that on those 2 dowels, it's going to sit flat. It's going to have somewhere to adhere right in the center, and this is what it's going to look like on the back. So just let your super glue or permanent adhesive set up, and this is how it turned out. I hope you enjoyed today's video, found tons of inspiration. If you have a favorite project out of today's video, please let me know in the comment section down below because I always love to know which one is your favorite. If you haven't subscribed already, I would love for you to click that subscribe button right below the video. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Please take care, and I'll see you guys next time.